Tennessee Congressman Mark Green joins me now. Congressman, how does this play out? Does state after state have to pay out like this for illegals?
Yeah, absolutely, Stuart. And we did actually look at the national level costs during our five-phased investigation of the open border, the impact on the country. One of those was the financial cost. Total financial costs to the country, $451 billion.
Oh.
But the healthcare piece of that, the uncompensated healthcare, and you have to add in other costs in the healthcare. For example, let's say an illegal immigrant comes into the U.S., gets a DUI, they're in a jail, and they have a medical issue. The county pays for that, and it's not listed, so it's not counted into this pool under this law. So the number is actually much larger, even for Florida. I appreciate Governor DeSantis doing this, but yeah, it's in the tens of billions of dollars for the country.
But let me get this clear here. The federal government, does not reimburse the states for migrant healthcare costs. So it's the states that's on the hook for billions. State people have to pay.
Absolutely. It's actually the person who has health insurance, because what happens is the medical providers, all they can do is cost shift to those people who have health insurance. So as health insurance premiums skyrocket, it's because of all the uncompensated care, illegal immigrants and others.
I'm going to change the subject for a second. Four migrants were arrested for allegedly robbing a New York City Target store. They injured a police officer. They've been picked up by ICE. That's important. It's a sanctuary city. ICE picked them up. Is this a change in policy? Because ICE was not supposed to do this just a few days ago.
Yeah, so there has been a significant shift at the White House. They recognize that this issue is a political, death sentence. I mean, it's an 80-20 issue. And even the president himself is making these very vague comments about taking some form of executive action. And then, of course, he flips it back on Congress and tries to suggest it's a lack of legislation. But there's plenty of laws out there. The law that specifically says for those sanctuary cities that ICE can detain people, take people out of jails, and then deport them has been on the books since I was a state senator 8 years ago, more than that. So the fact that they're just now doing this is unfortunate. It's tragic. There's a cost to it, but yeah, they need to do it.
Top Michigan Democrats, including Governor Whitmer and Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib, they refused to condemn protesters who chanted "Death to America." You're on the House Homeland Committee, Security Committee. Can you do anything about this?
Well, we can certainly educate the American people that there are people in the Democrat Party who really don't care. They hate America. I mean, they are with the Palestinians who are out there protesting against what's happening. They're joining in this chorus. We actually had a member of Congress who assisted one of those protests against Israel and its actions against Hamas inside one of the office buildings here in Congress, and she actually assisted them getting in order to do that protest. So, look, there are a huge part of the Democrat Party who hate our country, and they want to, much like they want to level the playing field amongst people and individuals, they want to do it amongst nations. They think America has prospered inappropriately, and so they're all about bringing America down to make it equal with everybody else.
Now, let's get this out there so we know exactly what's happening. Congressman Mark Green, thanks for joining us, sir. Appreciate it. Always.
Always good to see you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.